Okay, Shalom, Shalom, Kwam Yasha'Allah, Koholoyumla, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakah HaKodash, double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who rule well and by the Spirit, taught us this beautiful truth. And just want to say Thawada to all the H.I.M and Akwaf that's out here sincerely, keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai to the best of their ability. This is Shah Hanan Awaf, just coming at you with another quick lesson, praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. And I just want to play a little clip of this video. And this is for educational purposes only. Copyright disclaimer. I'm not making any money off of this. No monetary value at all. Just playing it strictly for educational purposes. So, as you can see, it's entitled U.S. Imperialism in Crisis. Century of Bullying Boomerangs into Resistance on all fronts. And this lady right here that you see to the right here, she's she's like a she's got a couple of different degrees. She's got a new book out, and I mean she's going into it, man. So she's gonna explain the imperialism of the U.S. and it's really like you could just really see that these are Edomites. I mean these are Edomites. Matter of fact, you know what? Let's just play the video, and I'll grab that Job 9:24 because she's really like demonstrating like who these fucking people really are, man. So let me just play the video, right?
Thank you, Rania. Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for joining me. I want to let everybody know that you were on the show, I think almost exactly a year ago. And people can go check out that episode. We had a pretty lengthy discussion about Iran's role in the anti-imperialist struggle and some Iranian history that actually is even more relevant today as we witness huge shifts across the region because of the genocide in Gaza. So I'm really excited to talk to you about imperialism in its role. I mean, U.S.-led imperialism, I should say. Because it's so crucial to understanding what's happening in Gaza, in the Middle East, in the world at this moment. We're at a crucial point in history. I think we can both agree on that. So I think a good place to start with this is maybe, to kind of define or explain what we're talking about when we say U.S.-led imperialism. So what are the characteristics of modern-day U.S.-led imperialism? And I always do like 2 or 12-pronged questions, so I'll just add to that. Is this a system in crisis? And if so, why is it in crisis?
So there's like a really long answer and a semi-long answer, so I'll try to do the semi-long answer. So U.S. imperialism is somewhat distinct from the other major empires that we've seen in modern history. So, for example, the Spanish Empire is well known for being characterized by direct rule. The Spanish had viceroys that landed in
Spanish, Edomites, man.
South America and the Caribbean, and they basically the viceroys directly controlled the people. They created an elaborate racial hierarchy, like very, very elaborate racial hierarchy, and that was used to really control the land and the resources and the people. The British Empire is largely characterized
British, Edomites,
by indirect rule, which means that they ruled through local communities and local officials, and divide and conquer, the division and conquering of local peoples across ethnic or religious lines was also characteristic of British Empire.
Okay, so let me pause there, because she's speaking up that divide and conquer. That goes into the scriptures, Proverbs chapter 6, and this is one of the things that the Lord hates, man, is to put family against family, people against people, type of deal. Let me start at verse 16. Let's start there. These 6 things doeth the Lord hate, right? So you got Christians, they be talking like the Lord just loves every damn thing, but the Lord hates, man. Yea, 7 are an abomination unto him: proud look, That's these so-called white people. They're very proud, man, and haughty. And, you know, the scriptures talks about pride cometh before a fall. You know what I'm saying? Roughly paraphrasing. That's why you seeing America fall like how it's falling. And it's gonna be they about to fall flat on their face soon, man. A proud look, a lying tongue. Hold on, Salakia. Yeah, 17 again, Salakia. A proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood. Esau been going throughout the earth shedding innocent blood for a long, long time, man. She just mentioned, she said the Spanish, the British, the Brits, they've been ruling for a long time, and they've shed a lot of blood, man, and, you know, through their conquering, you know, going throughout the world, pushing white Jesus, the damn idol white Jesus on everybody, and they've been killing it in the name of that idol, man. It says, in a heart that devises wicked imaginations, feet that be swift and running to mischief. That's them. This is Esau. The Lord, as a matter of fact, you know, when you the scripture talks about Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. The Lord hates Esau. Esau is doing everything that the Lord said he hates, on a mass scale too. It says, in heart that devises wicked imaginations, feet that be swift in running to mischief. You're not supposed to follow a multitude to do evil, man. A false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among brethren. And that's the point that I wanted to get right there, you know, that causing discord among brethren. She just mentioned that the Brits, you know what I'm saying, they will, you know, basically just put people against people, right? So let's play some more.
But it was really driven by local peoples under the control of the Brits. The U.S. empire is a bit different. And
now she said U.S. empire, Edomites, man. Edomites, Spanish, British, hey, this right here, this is Babylon the Great, man.
A lot of scholars have called it an empire of military bases because, you know, there are at least 800 known military bases covering the planet, American military.
See? And you're not supposed to go past your borders, man. The Lord, you know, put down strict rules on border crossing, man. You know, you're not supposed to be, you know, the Lord set everybody up, you know, with land and you know, but these motherfuckers right here, man, these Edomites, they all over the place, man. They taking over everything, bro. Matter of fact, Salakia. Let me see, is that Habakkuk? Let me start at verse 5 here. Ye also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man. See? You know, when you go up into that word pride again, you know, a haughty look cometh before a fall, man. Esau is falling right now. He is a proud man, neither keeper at home. Then she just say over 800 military bases all over the world. Who enlarges his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. See? Hey, this is Esau all day long, man. You can't get around it. Let's play some more.
Covering the planet, American military bases covering the planet. But that's not really a complete or sophisticated understanding of what's actually happening. Because in addition to the economic aspects of imperialism that a lot of your guests have covered in the past, there's also militarism and politics. Politics are a key aspect of U.S. imperialism especially, but imperialism in general. And the U.S. rules largely through proxy powers. Each continent has a series of proxies, of American proxies, vassal states, that basically execute the American agenda in order to gain control.
And notice she said those vassal states, right? Hey, that's the beast, man. Good old Rome back in power, man. This is Esau Edom, man. The so-called white race, man.
Control of a particular land and its resources. So, for example, in Africa, you've got Rwanda. A lot of folks call Rwanda the Israel of Africa, right? There's Rwanda, there's Egypt, Uganda, Kenya, which now has a quote-unquote special relationship with the U.S. We can talk about that later when we talk about Haiti. In Asia, there are the Philippines, there's South Korea. Obviously, there's Israel. Israel is by far, I think, I would argue, the most significant American vassal in the world.
See that? Edomites. Those are Edomites. Every single nation that she named, as far as overall, pretty much a 1,000-year rule down there, it's Edomites. She said Spanish. She said the Brits. Then we know U.S. come out of the Brits. She just mentioned them. And now that she's mentioning who? Israel. Number one, and she's saying number one vassal state. Really, they are the ones that's pretty much running the Americas, man. Right? So let's play some more.
And then in Latin America, there are a series of proxies as well. So these proxy powers are critical because they execute the American agenda. They basically operate as the sort of the militaristic arm, right, of the empire. They invade, and then these invasions are often called civil wars, right? So the American public is led to believe that, for example, what's happening in the Congo is a quote-unquote civil war, right? When it's really not. It's Rwanda operating on behalf of the Americans to take control of land and resources there. Americans tend to think that what's happening in Palestine is a war between Jews and Muslims, right? This is reminiscent of the divide and conquer strategy that the Brits used. But in fact, it's not. It's a war of colonialism. Israel colonized the region with the support with the support and approval of the Americans and initially the Europeans. And that's what it is.
Who are these Europeans? See? Edomites, man. There's no such thing as white people. There's no such thing as Europeans. No such thing as, they say Caucasians. They call all these lands, Germans and French and Italians, wherever, but hey, these are Edomites, man. As a matter of fact, let me just grab this one. I mentioned it, Job 9:24, right? Job 9:24. Salakia. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? See? The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Who's running the earth? Who she's talking about when she's talking about these vassal states? These proxies that she's mentioning. Who you think? Who's in control of all that? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So we know that they are the wicked because of the way they're in control. And nobody else is on the planet, man. We talking about the one race of people with no melanin is running the entire damn globe. Here you go. You got all these dark melanated people on the planet. All these nations that have melanin. But guess who's running the earth? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, man. Because why? It's his turn to rule. This is his kingdom, man. It's his time to rule. But at the same time, too, the Lord is breaking them down, man. Now his time to rule is almost up. And let me get this as well. Revelation 12:12 here. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. And that word devil goes off into deceiver. Esau is the deceiver. You notice he was talking about how they pretty much, they tell the American people that these are civil wars and all this different stuff is going on. We got to run in with our democracy and save everybody, you know what I'm saying? Because, of course, they're inhumane, right? But this man is coming down. He's about to get real gruesome, man. This man is about to get real gruesome out here real soon. So you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you are the Israelites. He's going to, for sure, come down on you with great, great wrath. And he is the physical, earthly counterpart of Satan of Satan, man, or the deceiver, the devil. So, hey, you gotta beware, man. I'm not gonna play too much more of this. Let's just get maybe another minute of it or so, and I'll end out. But hey, I just wanted to just show, because the way she was talking when I first watched it, and this is Breakthrough News. I'm not sure if you guys have ever heard of it. Little alternative channel. They do pretty decent content, man. I would say they definitely, you know, they do some pretty decent stuff from what I've seen thus far. And you can you see they almost at 1 million views. I mean, it's like or 1 million subscribers, 816,000. It's a lot of subscribers, man. All right, so let's play some more.
Approval of the Americans and initially the Europeans, and that's what it is. It's a war of colonialism. So the proxies are critical, and they execute the American agenda through sort of kind of like if we were to simplify it, kind of like a carrot and stick approach, right? The carrot is foreign aid, for example, is the carrot. Dollar dominance, the use of the dollar, is another carrot. And then the stick is U.S.
Hey, that's a good analogy that she just spoke of, man. That carrot and stick, you know? If you've ever seen, kind of like, if you've ever seen it, the carrot, they kind of dangle it in front of a donkey or a mule, and that's how they pretty much, it's like, it's a stubborn animal, but they dangle it out in front of the mule to make him walk. You know what I'm saying? If you've ever seen the analogy, I mean, but that's a great analogy that she just put together right there, man, because that's what America does. They throw that money out there. Look, you do this, we got you. You do this, so the American tax dollar is going towards a bunch of bullshit like this, man. Hey, I'm telling you, man, this Babylon the Great, baby. Hey, this shit is falling fast as heck. So look for that MOTB to come soon, man. That market of Beauty and the Beast out here, man. This man about to get down soon.
Sanctions or multilateral.
And Salakia, also, you see that them BRICS nations, they coming together and they like, hey, let's shut this damn dollar down. They just put new sanctions on Russia this past week, or whatever. They just put some new sanctions on Russia. So basically, they're basically like, let's crush them. They already had sanctions on them. I didn't think that it could get no more worse. But these motherfuckers done put some more sanctions on Russia, man. Which is, causing, more war talk to be talked. You know what I'm saying? Because, and Russia, just, the Russian president, Putin, he just went and hooked up with the North Korean president, Kim Jong-un, I think is his name. And basically they like, hey, if you're attacked, I got you. If you're attacked, I got you. So this thing is getting thick, man. Let's play some more.
Sanctions, UN sanctions, and then obviously the threat of wars and invasions and things like that. The other key aspect of U.S. imperialism that I think is arguably one of the most important, if not the most important, is that it covers the entire planet. And this is very different than anything we've seen in the past.
Covers the entire planet. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. That Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? And the main judge face that he covered, was our Father, Yahweh. The power that created the heavens and the earth through his son, Yahweh Shai, which the world ignorantly calls Jesus. He covered his face. He gave you white Jesus. He gave you a white God sitting there butt ass naked, finger of God touching, just looking nasty, man. Little white baby angels, you know what I'm saying, with, wings on their back and shit with their little pee showing. This man gave you all that. He's conquered many lands, man, all in the name of sweet white baby Jesus, man. So I'll play a little bit more and I'll end out, man.
So we talk a lot about how this is the strongest empire in history because of the resources, the technology, the access to weaponry. But but it also covers the entire planet. And I don't mean by covering the entire planet that it covers every square kilometer or mile, right? I mean that with some lead time, it can strike anywhere in the world. Or with a few keystrokes, it can completely shut down access to capital or banks for any nation, just with a few keystrokes. And when I talk about the being able to strike anywhere around the world, it largely does this through its occupation and colonization of islands, either in the Pacific, especially either in the Pacific region or the Caribbean. So there are a whole host of islands in these two regions that are directly colonized, either by the...
Ooh. Hey, that girl speaking some things there. And that's Esau, man. This motherfucker, man, he covering the entire planet, man. And we all know that, Esau, why you think he's over in Japan? Why do you think he's, he wants, places like Taiwan and places like that, man? Those spots that are out in the middle of the water. Strategic, man. This motherfucker, hey, Esau, hey, that's that gift of the sword, too. It's that scripture that talks about Esau, he was gifted with that sword. That's a part of the sword right there. What is that? Salakia. Is it 25 or 27? I think it's 27. Salakia. Bear with me real quick here. Genesis. Let's see. Yep, 27. Let me start at 30. Let me start at 36. Genesis 27 and 36. And he said, is not he rightly named Jacob? Right? That's our forefather, Jacob. For he has supplanted me these 2 times. As a matter of fact, that's what the name Jacob goes into. Supplanter. But his name was changed to Israel, or Yasha'Allah in the Hebrew tongue. He is a prince of the power. His name was changed. It says, he took away my birthright. This is the reason why Esau is about to come down real hard on you, Jake, man. And behold, now he hath taken away my blessing. See? He's pissed about that birthright and the blessing. And that's what they're really working on, man. They're really trying to get the birthright and the blessing back, but it's not going to happen. Right? He took away my birthright, and behold, he hath taken away my blessing. And he said, hast thou not reserved a blessing for me? And Isaac, our forefather, answered and said unto Esau, which is the so-called white man, behold, I have made him thy Lord. See, we're lords over these people, man. We're going to be their lords in the kingdom. And all his brethren have I given to him for servants. And with corn and wine have I sustained him. And what shall I do now unto thee, my son? And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice, and he wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth. That's why they all over the fucking world, man. That's why they got all these damn islands. That's the reason why they got the best of places in the earth, man. And the dew of heaven from above, right? And this is the point. That's why she was talking about all those military proxies, those 800 or so spots that they got all over the world where they can strike at any fucking time. It says, and by thy sword shalt thou live. Esau's modern day sword, man, is that F-16 fighter jet, that F-35 fighter jet, that damn submarine, or that Navy ship that's off the shit. They got islands damn near just with their Navy ships. Them things is big as hell. Them big ass Navy ships, motherfucker, got about 100 planes on that. They'll fly down plane over that thing. That thing is a big ass boat in the ocean. They'll fly that shit off, man. They'll fly off of that motherfucker, man, and strike your ass. Those are like islands within themselves, man. Those are small cities, man. That's in the ocean, man. Esau everywhere. That's how we know, hey, that Job 9:24, you can't get around it. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He's running the earth. What did she say? With a couple of keystrokes, they can shut your ass down. Right? So with a couple of keystrokes, you know, they can easily, you know, black out some shit. You wake up tomorrow, you ain't got no money in your bank account, and with a couple of keystrokes, you'll turn that shit back on and say, well, hey, you know, come down here and holler at us. That MOTB, that Mark of the Beauty and the Beast, you know, put that damn thing in your ass if you want to, move about in society, man. Anyway, let me get some more. It says, let me start back from the top of 40. Genesis 27 and 40. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. And since that yoke been broken off his neck, hey, he been after Jake, man, for a long time. Jacob, man. Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, the children of Israel, man, of Yasharallah. Esau, the so-called white man, he's about to come down with great wrath because he's mad about that birthright, and he's mad about his blessing, man, so to speak, right? But anyway, man, hey, this lady breaking it down pretty dope, man. You know what I'm saying? But this is again, breakthrough news. If you want to chop it up or get this this news app, you know what I'm saying? I've been following them for a little bit, and they got some pretty good content, man.
Either by the U.S. or Europe. So if you look up like existing colonies around the world that are like due to become independent through peaceful processes over the next couple decades, the majority of them are islands, and mostly either in the Caribbean or in the Pacific. And so when we, like the Kanaki struggle that's happening right now in what we call New Caledonia, that's a very, very important struggle being led by a socialist National Liberation Front to free the island of the French, which really means of U.S.-led imperialism.
French. Edomites. Edomites, man. You can't get no more Job 9 and 24 than this, man. Goddamn Edomites. She done named off Edomites all throughout this whole hookup. They're the ones that's running the planet, man.
If these islands are freed and liberated, that will be a massive strike to U.S.-led imperialism around the world, in addition to what's happening in our region, right, in Gaza and Palestine. I'll just add one thing. So when we look sort of through the genealogy of anti-imperialist thought, the intellectual history of anti-imperialist thought, we think of Lenin as, sort of the forefather, right, the originator of this. And what Lenin said in Imperialism, the last stage of capitalism, in like the second paragraph, is that because of Tsar...
Let me just say this. We're going to have the ultimate imperialism. The Israelites, man. There's not going to be no more rule of no other countries or no other nations of people. We're going to be the ultimate rule on the planet, man. When Yahushua comes, man, which the world ignorantly calls Jesus, man.
Censorship. His analysis of imperialism in that volume largely is theoretical, and it's focused on economics. That he cannot, because of censorship, speak about politics in the way that it should be spoken about with regard to imperialism. So the lineage, what came from that, right? All the great anti-imperialist thinkers we've had since then have focused quite a bit on economics and militarism as well. But the question of politics and of the politics that undergird the imperialist project, that's been given less attention by the great thinkers. And the American, I would say probably the British project as well, but the American project in particular, the American imperialist project, relies heavily on politics. It wouldn't be able to dominate the world through the dollar. I mean, this is changing, right? But dominate the world through the dollar without politics. It wouldn't be able to use foreign aid to coerce nations into doing what it wants without politics. And those politics have a lot to do with race and racial ideology, in addition to a host of other things.
Okay, so You know what race she's talking about. Them goddamn Edomites, so-called white man. He's running everything. But the thing of it is he's leaving his own people behind. Hey, these damn Edomites pissed out here right now, man. Hey, these Edomites not doing well. They're not doing well, man. And they're ready to come up against their governments, man. A lot of insurrections, man, about to happen. It's the damn civil war. Because Esau is greedy as hell. You know, you got that 1% of them that's not sharing with the rest of them. They got all this damn wealth, and your people doing bad in their own kingdom. Like, shit is horrible. Kind of silly. But what can you say, though? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit. Hey, we applaud it. We applaud it, man. This says U.S. imperialism in crisis. And it is. As a matter of fact, let me end out with one more scripture. Let me just go to the Apocrypha real quick. Gotta love it, man. We living in some beautiful times, y'all. Ecclesiasticus 25 and verse 7. Let's lock you. 25 and verse 7. It says, there be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy, and a 10th I will utter with my tongue, are men that have joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. And that's what we're witnessing right now. We're living to see, the fall of our enemies. I pray that I can see the ultimate destruction of this place, you know what I'm saying? But we don't know our lot. We don't know where we're gonna be. But I pray, I have hopes that, I'll be able to see the Lord do this place, man, the ultimate dirty, man, for what they've done to the children of Israel. And it's coming. And it's because America's in swift decline right now, man. This place is in swift decline right now, man. It's, you got, one president, you got Joe Biden talking about Build Back Better. You got this other guy that's, Trump running against his ass talking about Make America Great Again. And it's not going to be Built Back Better. It's not going to be great again. You've had your run, man. And Esau not going to give it up. He's going to go out kicking, screaming like a little badass kid in Walmart. They couldn't get the damn action figure that he wanted. And it is what it is, man. So I'm going to end out there, man. I pray that this lesson was edifying. As a matter of fact, like I said, again, this is, if you want to get this news app, it's called Breakthrough News. If you can see it right there, Breakthrough News. And they have some pretty decent articles and stuff like that. Some pretty decent guests that come on the show or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, be edified, man. They get down. I'm not going to front. I've come across some pretty good content in their app. So with that, I pray that the lesson was edifying. Kwame Shalom.